What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Santa1 here, and welcome back to another Sinister Sunday review where we're taking a look at the Transformers Voyager class Siege Megatron. Now, one thing to note about this figure is, yes, it is out of box, and yes, it is an old figure. So yeah, with those two things right out of the way, we can take a look at just the figure itself, and honestly, this thing is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I mean, honestly, if you were to have a Cybertronian Megatron that did not turn into a Walter P-38, what would you have it turn into? I think you'd have it turn into something like this. Now, he does come with an accessory. He does come with a... there's the one problem there that's with my figure. But here he is with, here he is, but here is his sword that turns into an ulterior cannon, and you can transform it to actually get it to fit on the tank mode itself. Basically, you're going to split the blade, rotate them around to make them just kind of bring it around like so, bring it down, and then you're going to want to kind of close it back up again, and then just bring it all the way back to make it look like this, and then you're going to take it and you're going to basically make sure that this kind of just pegs into the barrel, and there you have Megs with extended barrel. Hooray. But at the same time, this thing was probably the most stupid accessory I think I've ever seen a Transformer have to basically up it and call it something else. So, you know, honestly, they had to give him some sort of weapon, and this just happened to be it. So, anyways, we're moving that off to the side. That doesn't really need to come into play until later in the robot mode. So, and now that we've gotten this taken care of, he does do a couple things in vehicle mode. He does rotate, his tank cannon does rotate. It only goes up about that far and down about that far. One thing that I do want to note about my figure is that this heel piece does not like to stay in place very much. Like, literally the slightest, I don't even have to do anything. It just, the slightest, oh, now you're going to stay put. Yeah, basically, the heel piece on my copy is just non-existent. So now we can get into some scale comparisons. So very first scale comparison we're going to bring in here is Earthrise Prime, the only scale comparison that you really truly should have with this guy. And here he is next to Earthrise Starscream, little bitch boy himself. And here he is next to his evolved form after he's reached level 36. If you're a Pokemon fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, now that we've taken a look at all those scale comparisons and all the cool little bits and bobs about this little dude, now we can get into transformation. So, to transform him, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of just separate this and undo the cannon, because the cannon, it's parts forming, but at the same time, all Megatron cannons are parts forming. So, I mean, when are they not? So, anyways, bring these arms out to the side. Make sure these pieces here on the shoulder are brought all the way down till they clip into place. Flip out the hands if you want to, and kind of just bring them back in just a little bit, and rotate them all the way back up like so. Just like that. Now to come to the legs here, you're going to come to the back left section of the legs. Hi, how you doing? Anyways, so I'm going to come to this section here. Basically, you're going to untab it. There's a tab section right there. I'm going to bring this piece down like so. You're going to want to bring it up like this on this hinge, like so. Bring it down and out like that. Bring it down like so around that. Rotate it at the thigh, and then close up that piece like that. And if the heel pieces open up before they're ready, you can take them and just fold them out, and there you have that. And do the same thing on the other side. Untab it, bring this down, bring up on that hinge, rotate, bring it down, close this up, rotate, flip out the heel. Then once you've got the legs pretty much all done, you're going to rotate it at the waist like so, and there you have that all done. So now we're going to come work on the rest of the figure. Basically, you're going to come into this top section, just bring it all up, and then you're going to come to this top section here as well, and you're going to kind of fold this up in a way, and so let's see if I can show this off on camera. These tabs are going to go into these little slots right here, so they will just do that. And when you do that, you're going to take your shoulder pieces on these arms, bring them in till they kind of just friction into the spot right there, and then this whole section will just collapse up and form the backpack. Make sure the arms are nice and snug. Bring up the head, and this is where my one big nitpick with this figure comes in. There's no spot for the head to tab in, so it doesn't stay put, but you kind of have to get it to look like that. And then take the cannon, put it on his arm, make sure the arms are put in the right position, and there you have Megatron in his robot mode. And his robot mode is beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I must say to myself, it's just fucking beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's just a beautiful G1 looking Megatron. And honestly, this is the Megatron that we all deserved. And I think we needed this Megatron. I think we need a Studio Series Megatron. I think we need a Studio Series Megatron that turns into... we need one that turns into the Walter P-38, but unfortunately, because Hasbro has licensing issues and also gun laws exist, and because also, you know, it's the United States where the majority of these things are going to be sold, so you can't really sell a Walter P-38 in the United States, unfortunately, thanks to our current gun laws. I could get into a whole political spiel, but I don't really feel like it. So, anyways, point being, can't make him a gun because you can't turn him into the accurate G1. So what are you gonna do? Gotta find the way around that. So this is what they came up with, and I think this is what the standard should be for all Megatrons. And I'm gonna be honest here. My copy's not in the greatest of shape. I did buy my copy used. Fortunately, it doesn't have any yellowing, or at least none that I can see off the bat. But I also could be wrong. So now that we've done that, we'll get into some scale comparisons. Scale comparison numero uno. Light our darkest hour. Actually, more like till all are one. Little bitch boy here. And here he is at level 36. So, all in all, beautiful figure. Really quick though. Like I said, there are a couple things you can do with this thing. Before I said I totally screwed up that cue here for a moment. But anyways, what you can do, you can totally give it to him, and he can totally have it worn as a sword, or you can totally have him shove it on into his cannon, and he can have his blade, his gun blade thing, whatever the heck this is. I don't know what you would call this. Or if you really want to and truly be a warboard aficionado, he can totally wear it like a star and stripes on his uniform like this. Although my copy, it's really, really loose and threatens to come out every single time it does anything of that nature. So, but yeah, you can do that. Or he has multiple ports on his, well, he's got a port right here. There's a little yellowing, but not too massive bad. He can do this, so he can do that. Or you can have him, you can totally just take these pieces and bring them up like so, and can totally he can totally have two different cannons. I mean, there are multiple different things you can do with this thing. I mean, that's the point that I'm trying to make here, because in Siege they brought back the weaponizers. In Earthrise they brought back they continued the weaponizers, but they were more like the base forming weaponizers. And then in Kingdom they introduced the fossilizers, and then in Siege they brought, or not Siege, in Legacy they once again they're bringing back the weaponizers, but they're also bringing them back as in like Junkion weaponizers to the point where you can make bigger characters. So truly, Siege was when we really started seeing all of this happen, and so everything that's been compatible with Siege and like everything that's compatible with Legacy and the new Legacy unit, the new Legacy lines that are coming out, like Legacy, like with the Legacy Evolution line and the Legacy Uni line that's about to come out, and the next Legacy line that's about to come out. Yes, there's going to be 3 Legacy lines after Legacy Evolution. Ugh. There's going to be a lot of Legacy going on here. Anyways, point being is that they're all going to be compatible with Siege, and Siege was really when we started to see this trend. So, and like I said, you can totally remove this, and again, let me just put this back into its thing here. But like I said, you can totally do all, you can, it's going to be one of those things where you can do that. And like I said, he's got ports everywhere, so he can totally store it on his back. Mine's a little top heavy, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to drop a comment down below about what Transformer you want to see me do next. Oh, and before we go, I do have a quick announcement. Before I make this announcement, though, this video is brought to you by Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where I will leave a link to their site down in the description below. And also, like I said, I do have an announcement. There will not be a Sinister Sunday review next week, nor will there be a Saturday review next week. The reason being is we are going to Utah Comic Con, otherwise known as FanX. Yes, we are going to FanX this year. We are going to FanX courtesy of Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where they have given us a very nice budget to go, and they are going to allow us to film there as well. So, please stay tuned in for all of that, where we will be checking out all of the cool things that are going to be at FanX. We will be showing off some of the cool things we got signed, and we are going to be going with another creator, Optination Reviews, and we will also be checking out another YouTuber there who I know is going to be helping us out. His name is Nth Dr. 10, so don't forget to check him out as well, because he's the guy who gave us some of the hookup. But anyways, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content and do all the stuff I said previously, and don't forget to check out Optination Review, Beastman Review, Nth Dr. 10, Patrick with the Y, Jordy's Railfan videos, Riveted Railfan Reviews, or Riveted Reviews, Riveted Railfan, and Bravely GG, iStar552, and Take Along Productions, as I know everybody has been working on some pretty cool stuff. Just don't forget to check them all out, please. And this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, don't forget to do all the things I said previously, and don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.